Oh, this could be the S guard. Whoa!
Game 1 going to be on PS2. And let's see. Now, actually, you know, if I remember correctly, also, Castle likes to play the Pyra more so than the Mythra. It tends to be plays as Pyra most of the time, which, you know, interesting way to navigate the character. You tend to see more of the other way around. You tend to see more players playing more of the Mythra and switching into Pyra for the punishes. But we'll see how that pays off. I mean, when you are playing against a character like Sonic, every hit you can find counts. You know, maybe it could be worth having a little bit harder of a time finding the hit if it means that you can rack up that much more damage and that much more knockback on every individual hit. Right now, it seems to be working out. Castle, quite a lead, finding these big forward tilts, smash attacks, etc., onto the usually very slippery Sonic, usually very slippery Superstriker. But, you know, you still, at the end of the day, need to find that. Superstriker definitely slowing things down a bit here, playing things out a lot slower. Does not want to keep taking hits from that giant flaming sword. The forward air is going to find him there, though. No edge guard. Sonic's just, Superstriker's on the Sonic, just ricocheting right through. And the percentages are starting to even up. Castle maybe even potentially getting a little more frustrated. Oh, does catch the roll there with the side B. Solid extra set of damage. It is getting to the point now where Superstriker has to really be thinking about every move, really play this out well, because 1 or 2 Pyra moves definitely will kill you here at this point. But you can see the spacing and the safety that Superstriker is trying to work with. That Providence Revolt not going to land. That Pyra up B will kill very, very efficiently if it does hit, but it needs to be able to land on that platform, and it's going to prevent it from coming back down. You're seeing Castle try to control as much of the space there and just catch Sonic's maybe, or Superstrikers maybe being a little too aggressive. Right there, actually catching the roll, the spin dash out with the forward air. Oh, but Superstriker's striking right back with the back air. So that is going to be ultimately even stocks. It was... it definitely looks like Superstrikers is starting to figure out how to navigate the matchup here a little bit. Oh no, the homing attack actually sent way off stage. It did not lock on there. That is going to cost the ledge, and Castle is getting quite a bit done with that. Maybe mispositioning that punish just a little bit though. Rolling to try to deal with the homing attack, waiting that out. That is so annoying about Sonic, because Sonic really can just roll through you and then hold on to that homing attack and make you guess when it's going to happen, because if you hold shield for too long, that shield gets smaller and smaller. You can take a pretty big punish for that on the shield poke, but if you take the wrong moment to try to dodge or try to jump out and throw an attack, you can get punished for that too. And there's not a whole lot of great options, it feels like, sometimes in that situation. Seeing largely, though, a repeat of the first stock here. Castle running away with the percentage lead there and actually finding a really solid forward tilt on the ledge to finish the stock up. Actually switching to Mythra as well on this stock too, just not wanting to get the recovery or, you know, shut down quite as badly as the first stock there. Wants to get a little bit of extra credit racked up, but we did see that change immediately as soon as those iframes were down and Castle had an opportunity. We were back into Pyra. Castle definitely prefers to be on this character as opposed to the Mythra when possible. So no surprises there. And Castle's still finding these openings as well. Superstrikers with the Sonic trying to find an opening, trying to get that damage racked up, but just not able to navigate around that big flaming sword. This pressure here. Ooh. Providence Revolt going for it. It actually connected on the downswing, but did not combo into the landing hit because Castle snapped the ledge instead, and that was looking like a really solid punish, but because of that instead, it cost Castle the stock. And Superstriker just trying to condition out and trying to find a few more openings here. Needs to equalize quite a bit of percentage and is ahead a a spooky percentage to be at when dealing with Pyra in particular. That spin dash. Just so much, the movement you can do with that is so weird. There's a lot of mind games that can go into that spin dash that you can really mix people up with. And Superstriker using that to full benefit here. That Nair, though, shutting down that option, functioning as kind of a speed trap, moving in a little bit too quick. It doesn't really matter where you go, and that Nair is out, punishing with the up tilt after that spin. Oh, wow, immediately the dash attack as well to cover the second landing. The first kill flash, maybe the game was a little premature on that. It got, sold that hit is a little bit too much, but Castle was prepared for that and immediately finds the follow-up for the match win there. So Castle is going to be up 1-0 in the set here. And yeah, definitely looks like Superstrikers is having a difficult time safely finding these hits. I mean, like we were saying before, when you're playing against a character like Sonic, you really do need to make every hit you make count. And, a great way to do that is when the hit counts for a lot on its own. And you don't necessarily need to find a big combo off of it to make it count. It just does. Pyra, has a pretty good selection of those moves that just kind of count if they hit, regardless of whether they combo or not. So not a bad idea there. And definitely interesting to see the Mythra coming out a little bit more in places, especially in those situations where you're waiting out that Angel platform invincibility. You really can't strike back anyways, so why not be in the character where you're going to be able to move around quicker, get out of the way of stuff. You've got that Foresight that can band-aid a roughly timed spot dodge, and also better recovery options should you get hit and knocked off stage, at least until the invincibility frames wear off. Then you can go back to the character you're more comfortable with. So we're going to find out the counter pick stages here in just a moment. They are, all right, they are banning FD Kalos Town. We have 3 bans? Okay, so FD Kalos and Town are off the table. So, okay, so it is 2 bans. Hold on one moment. Well, we know at least 2 of the big stages are going to get banned. And if 3 of the big stages were on the potential ban list and 2 of them are gone, it will probably be the one we have left. We're going to figure out which one that is in just a second. No surprise there. Yeah, no surprise there. Sonic likes to go to those bigger stages where you got more room to run away, because once you get that lead, you decide, hey, I'm far enough ahead that I don't got to play the game anymore. Those bigger stages kind of factor into that. That said, kind of optimistic thinking, considering that Superstriker never really had a lead throughout that set. Capsule has definitely just been one step ahead for a pretty, significant chunk of that game. So we'll have to see exactly how much the larger stage helps them. You see, timing your opponent out. You gotta have that lead first. Otherwise, they can just decide to kind of just sit on the other side of the stage and say, all right, I'm up. All right, FD Kalos are our bans officially. So once again, would not be surprised to see the Town and City be the pick. But, yep, that is going to be the pick. All right, we're going to Town and City. And yeah, Castle definitely seems to be fairly comfortable fighting against this character. We have seen them fight against Sonic mains quite a few times over previous Lagspikes. So at that point, you've seen this character enough. You have an idea what they do, what you need to do to shut them down.
3, 2, 1.
So game 2, Town and City. And Castle already, seen a little bit of a change already from, actually from Superstriker here. Just like that, the first 20 seconds of the game, Castle really running away with it. The footstool to set up the tech chase situation there was pretty nice. Led right into the down air to up smash combo, and now you're already seeing another attempt to set that up, but this time the spacing vertically was a little bit different. Did not quite work out this time. But still something that now if you're Superstriker, man, you were worried about that for the rest of the night. Wow, the homing attack actually just over the pirate side B. Very little space to work with there, but navigating around that wall pretty effectively. Castle still maintaining a pretty solid lead, though. It looks like it's going to be a bit before Superstriker is realistically able to strike back. Just throws the Prominence Revolt out just like that. It does land. It does not kill, though. That was definitely a risky move to make there, but it did pay off at least a bit. Did not quite get the stock that I think Castle wanted it to be. That trade, though, absolutely is going to be it. Superstriker down another stock, and Castle still holding on. Not even at triple digits yet, with 2 stocks already taken. Tried to set up the footstool off stage there, but just wasn't a viable follow-up off of that in that particular situation for Castle there. But wow, that side B just really shutting down Superstriker in some of these situations. Allowing Castle to attack from fairly far away to either shut down the spin dash attempt or just punish a bad whiff, or all kinds of different things that Option is shutting out right now. Superstriker thinking about their option on the ledge there for a minute, opts for the jump back air and does take the stock. Castle, I suppose, waiting and trying to figure out what the option was going to be. Maybe took a little too long, but just immediately off the Angel platform, finding another down air and even bouncing it off the stage that is going to take Superstriker off the top blast zone. Castle taking game 2 in convincing fashion. This is looking grimmer and grimmer for Superstriker here. There's going to have to be some very, very substantial adaptation that needs to be made. It sounds like we have the same bands from Castle going out, so we may just see the same stage. We are just running it right back for game 3. Superstriker, despite the 2 stock loss, believes in Town and City is their best pick here for this matchup. Believes in their ability to take this game and prevent this 3-0 from happening. So we'll have to see if it plays out for them going into this game 3. That first stock, wow, that first stock for Superstrikers was demoralizing last game here. Just immediately losing a stock within 20 seconds and not getting anything to show for it. That is a tough place to be in, especially in a character that's known for playing some relatively safe neutral and maintaining a lead as the primary game plan. But that game plan just does not seem to be happening here. Well, hold on. Maybe Superstrikers has the adaptation needed. You're seeing that damage happen. It actually clashed through the side B, but faded back into it, so still taking that damage. Yeah, definitely seeing some changes in the way that Superstrikers is handling this. We actually see Castle switch to the Mythra, but doesn't work out. Punish for that side B. That Sonic forward smash, a pretty good move. Does a lot when it hits. Oh wow, that down air covers so much space on the ground though. Castle really just leaning into that to find those openings. The second down air spikes into the up smash, and that first stock for Superstrikers is gone, but Superstrikers just fires right back with the forward smash on the offstage platform. Back to an even game, and Superstrikers is in trying to find these combos. Is going to get shut down by the speed trap. Pirate side B. One more. That damage is racking up. A third one. Castle just seems to find a hit every time it's thrown. Even there when it misses initially. A dash attack going a little wide from the intended target and right back into that pirate side B. But Superstriker is actually still keeping the percentage even in spite of that. Just with a couple of good neutral wins and getting that extra damage in with a few combos. And this is looking pretty even here. Castle is slowing the game down a little bit. Not being as quick to throw out that side B, looking for one of their aerials to connect, try to find some bigger damage. And Striker actually just kind of playing almost like the lead strategy of just keep away, but after taking that hit, not going to be an option anymore. Striker's is going to need to find a solid connect, hits that Nair instead, nearly dying off the top just to the Nair. Now we're seeing that Pyro side B come out to play as well. The air dodge is going to cost Striker another stock, and Castle still sitting fairly comfortably at 85. Superstriker is getting a little bit more aggressive here. Needs to find something to even this back out, and quick. The Mythra change to make the recovery. Going to power right through that spring as well, but one bad roll dodge into a forward smash, and that is it. That stock is gone. We are on even footing, and Castle actually still playing as a Mythra here. It is unusual for what we see from them traditionally. But sticking with the Mythra in this neutral situation instead of just going right to the Pyra. And, you know, it worked out there, a solid 30% or so before the switch. Now we're back into Pyra, though, looking for something big. I mean, I think there are probably a couple of options Pyra can potentially kill in this matchup off of, even at 47 if they land. But it would have to definitely be some of the max damage, max knockback actions, or openings. My bad. Right now, once again, playing that keep away. Superstriker really is willing to play with this little of a lead. That is playing with fire. You've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and you're going to try to play out a, what, 14% lead? Not anymore. that castle is going to take that opportunity away. You are going to have to at least get in and get a hit here once. I respect the dedication to the timeout strategy, though. I mean, hey, when you know your win condition, sometimes you got to play with narrow margins, but it's still a win condition. Superstriker's now being forced to play a little bit more aggressively, finds the runoff fair, catching Castle, relying a little bit too much on that Pyra side B as a fix-everything option. And unfortunately, just a little bit too slow to catch Strikers there. That forward air is going to take game 3 for Superstrikers. That might be the adaptation we needed to see. You know, that side B, I feel like, you know, perhaps Castle leaned into that side B a little bit too much to shut down Superstrikers throughout that match. And once Superstrikers found a way to deal with that move, the neutral got significantly harder for Castle. We are getting the bans here in just a second. We know Smashville and Story are banned, so Sonic's banning out the smaller stages to give a little bit more wiggle room to play with. You know, given that Sonic or Superstrikers is down 2 games in the set here. I'm sorry, 1 game in the set. Needs 2 to win the set. It does mean that they're unfortunately going to have to play on some difficult terrain from here on out. Not going to be playing on those larger stages with more wiggle room. We're going to be playing probably somewhere a little more up close, a little more uncomfortable for a character like Sonic. So remains to be seen. We'll have to see what Castle decides to pick, where they decide to go. But we're going to find out here in just a moment. Definitely taking their time to think this out. Because, you know, you may be up in the set, but you would definitely rather just finish the set off now. I'm sorry. I've got my logic backwards. Yeah, you definitely don't. You got to make sure you're going to the... No, I'm sorry. Wow, I am like so mixed up today. I apologize. Yeah, you definitely, even though you're up, you want to make sure you go to the right stage and just finish the set off now. You don't want to be dealing with this having to go into a game 5, especially sitting in winter semifinals where, you know, you've got finals coming up right around the corner. It looks like we will be going to Battlefield. Alrighty. So, game 4. Castle up 2 to Superstrikers 1, and we are going to Battlefield. Superstrikers has at least shown they're able to play this matchup out and take the win on a comfortable stage. Now they're going to need to show that they can do it on a stage that's not so comfortable, and that is going to be significantly more difficult. You're already seeing Castle throw out a lot more walling options here, trying to just keep Superstrikers from getting an opportunity to get in. That forward smash doing so much damage to the shield, but there's no follow-up. That move just has too much end lag, and that means Superstrikers did get a punish off of it. The shield damage doesn't really matter at that point. If it's that slow and you get punished afterwards, by the time Castle gets to play the game again, it will already have recovered. Side B clearing so much ledge space off there for Castle, though, giving the opportunity to get back onto the stage. And Castle not even trying to advance in any way, just keeping distance. It may only be a 10 or now 3% lead, but if you don't have to approach against this character, why do it? Make them make the approach. Make them do all the fancy movement to try to get in. And but that opportunity is gone now, at least for a little bit. It does feel strange. Oh, the up, just throw out the raw uppy on the platform there. It's going to take the stock. So now Castle working with a stock advantage, and Superstrikers is definitely going to have to be the one aggressing for quite a bit. It feels kind of strange, like commentating on gameplay flow changes on percent differentials that are, you know, a couple of percent. Oh, wow. Superstrikers with the runoff fair again. Castle once more, maybe just being a little too reliant on that Pyro side B. And Superstrikers is locking onto that as an opportunity to take stocks right now. And that is the last thing you want on a player that might just be figuring you out and might just be dragging you into a game 5. But yeah, it feels a little strange sometimes to commentate on percent differences that are that close together. But Superstrikers has shown that they are absolutely willing to play the wait and see game and make their opponent approach, even if the percentage advantage is only 10-15. Wow, Castle punishing the feint there, calling out that Superstrikers is going to go low instead and just nailing the spike to up smash combo for another stock. Superstrikers is now quite a bit behind. That Prominence Revolt, though, going to leave Castle fairly open. Superstriker didn't get as much possibly as they could have off of that, but still, you know, keeping Castle on the back foot, applying the damage, and that's what matters. You really just need to get as much as you can without taking the hit, even firing back against that fair there. Once again, though, Castle using that side B to clear the ledge to get back into the game here, and now things are looking pretty grim for Superstriker. That percentage is starting to rack up. We've already seen this Pyro kill at some pretty low percents this game. That forward smash came out the wrong direction, but that's probably for the best. That hit shield that could have been set up for something kind of nasty punish-wise. You do see the Mythra come out momentarily, but just long enough for Castle to get back into control here. And now we're right back into the Pyro. Superstriker playing so safe right now. Another forward smash. It does not quite go the correct direction there. That could have actually been the stock for Superstriker, but instead, Castle going to get to hold on to it for just a little bit longer. Not long enough, though. That down air on shield, you know, is safe-ish when spaced, but dead center like that, you are getting up smashed out of shield. We are at least on even stocks. There is a chance here. Superstrikers has a window, has an opportunity to find the win there. 8% applied from the homing attack. You know, it's not a lot, but every little opening you can get safely is something. Going to get upbeat out of shield, but able to air dodge out of the hit, the big hit at the end that kills. Superstrikers just doing everything they can with their momentum and their DI to avoid dying here, and then just finding the chip damage, finding bits and pieces where possible. Another dash attack, a back air here and there, and just slowly start to equalize that damage. That's a solid confirm, though. The spin dash into the up air, that is a generous chunk of damage. Superstriker is getting close with the Sonic, but Castle, every time Superstriker starts to get close percentage-wise, Castle finally finds that opening they need to find, finally finds that correct answer, and widens that gap by another 40%. And it's just constantly been like that uphill battle. Superstriker's waiting out the side B, not losing a chance to ledge trap because of that this time. And the Mythra needing to come out to find their way back to stage, but Castle catching the Mythra forward smash. For the first stock I think I've seen Castle take with the Mythra, period, to take their third game, take game 4 and take the 3-1 over Superstrikers. And it looks like they will be advancing on to